Good evening, everyone. This is Dan Paris along with Chris Cruz, and welcome to the first ever live edition of NWA Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Chris, we're going to see great excitement this hour.
Oh, we sure are. I got to tell you, we're looking forward to seeing Sergeant Craig, the Pitbull Pittman, and Mad Max promises us a match that we will never forget. That and a whole lot more, Dan.
Also, Ricky Nelson tries to regain the Mid-Atlantic Junior Heavyweight title from Gary Royal, and a whole lot more. The NWA is alive and well and hot as fire.
We sure are. Glad that you're with us for this premiere hour here of NWA Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, and let's go to the action.
Triple X, Drake Dawson, Curtis Thompson, and Valet Strawberry Fields. Each and every one of you have agendas in the Mid-Atlantic area.
Yes, we do. Let me tell you something. I can get out here and I can hoot, holler, and rave and tell you what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and when we're going to do it. But I'm not going to do that at all. I'm just going to tell you, we're Triple X. Hey, we're a force to be reckoned with. We're in the NWA, we're the NWA champs, and we're the NWA World Tag Team Champions. You're looking at the three best people there is going today. Hey, if you don't like us, you'll learn to love us.
Below the 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, he hails from Concord, North Carolina, weighing in at 221 pounds, Tim Jackson. His opponent tonight, weighing in at 246 pounds, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Carolina's own
Tim.
David.
Good evening, everybody. This is Dan Paris along with Chris Cruz, and welcome to the first ever edition of NWA Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Hello and welcome. We got a great, exciting hour coming your way.
Now the collar and elbow tie-up there by Jackson. A shove-off there by Isley. Watch, action there, and Isley goes right down on the shoulder block. I'm looking for a lot of action here. You're right, Dan. Nice reversal there of a hip toss, deep arm drag.
Isley down on the mat. Isley, a long-time Carolina independent veteran, and now making his home in the NWA Mid-Atlantic region. You can look forward, Isley, protege of the late Gene Anderson, to give all he's got in this matchup.
And interesting, just arriving here on the scene in the yellow shirt there, that's Steve Byerly, a very well-known sports photographer. He also shoots games at the NFL. Oh, beautiful missile drop kick there by Jackson. Goes for the cover and gets 2.5 on Isley.
It's going to take a whole lot more than that to put away David Isley. I can guarantee you that, Chris.
And there's a lot more action to come this hour. Judge Jeff Justice. We're hoping to see the Pitbull Craig Pittman, but we haven't seen him yet as of late here in the arena. Again, another reversal. Whoa! Back body drop on Jackson.
Isley showing that he has very great deal of ring presence, knows his way around the ring, a veteran. Jackson may have bit of more than he can chew, taking on a veteran like Isley.
And Dan Parrish a little bit later to talk to Ricky Nelson. I think that's going to be an experience for you.
No doubt.
Mad Max will be here against the Predator, L.A. Stevens, a whole lot more on this, the premier edition of NWA Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. And Isley gets the big load of
Isley with a vertical suplex, hooks the leg, only a count of 2. Maybe Isley just didn't put enough into it, maybe just not enough to put away Jackson.
And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to establish that wrestling is indeed about wrestling. It's all about action, and we are really kicking it off hot here with a lot of action. A beautiful maneuver there by Jackson, and Isley powers his way out of it with a fist.
Isley stops that sunset flip attempt, and Jackson, at this point in time, has to rethink his strategy altogether now.
Well, and the rethink included apparently a rake of the eyes, and that's what Jackson did. And he moves right in on the veteran Isley. The whip into the ropes. Ooh, an elbow right into the mush.
Jackson is very game. He's given Isley a handful.
And just that quickly, back comes Jackson.
Oklahoma roll.
Hey, just that quick. The Oklahoma roll was successful for Isley.
David Isley makes it look easy, and Chris, maybe we ought to call that the Carolina roll.
That's a good point by Carolina's own David Isley. And Tim Jackson, I beg your pardon, didn't like the conclusion of the match, and he's letting the fans have it, and they're letting them have it right back. Good look there at Isley. Carolina's own. A real veteran.
With Ricky Ricky Nelson, and forthcoming, you've got Gary Royal. You're making a challenge for a title you used to hold, the NWA Mid Atlantic Junior Heavyweight title.
Well, you know, used to hold, let's use that term lightly. Gary Royal and his stooge, L.A. Stevens, seem to have raped Ricky Nelson for that title, and maybe they should be serving jail time somewhere in the county jail. But I'll take matters into my own hands. You see, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to kiss fat women, hug ugly, stinking diaper babies. I'm here to make money and take back my title. And whether people like me or not, I don't care, because I am truly one of the greatest athletes in this sport today. And if you don't believe it, you ask me. And Danny Paris, tonight I can guarantee victory. And I'm going in a couple of weeks back overseas to Korea and Japan and Saudi Arabia, where all those mop-head, towel-heads people live. And I'm taking that title over there, and I'll beat all those Saudi Arabian people up, too. But first things first, Gary Royal, tonight your 15 minutes of fame are up. And this ain't the WWF, and this ain't Ted Turner's circus. This is the NWA, which stands for Wrestling Tradition, and I am the greatest junior heavyweight wrestler of all times. And that includes Danny Hodge, Nelson Royal, Downtown Denny Brown, anybody else you want to name. And tonight you're going to find out what the excellence of professional wrestling is all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Mayodan, North Carolina, weighing in tonight at 225 pounds, Bobby Cole. His opponent tonight, from Concord, North Carolina, weighing in at 260 pounds, the honorable Judge, Jeff
Bobby Cole set to take on Judge Jeff Justice, and Judge Jeff Justice, as of late, has been taken under the wing of heavyweight champion Colt Steele.
From the collar and elbow tie-up, Judge Jeff Justice with a standing side headlock, a shove-off there by Cole. Oh, with authority, the judge slams down Cole. Man, this is athletic.
Justice,
Nice toss.
Justice with a hip toss. He actually looks very good, Chris.
Well, you know he does, and Cole suckered him in. Cole looks like a stuffed sausage, like he's kind of stuffed into those tights. And interestingly enough, he is from Mayodan, North Carolina, which is where we are, and still got booed. Oh, nice body slam there by the judge.
Cole must be very well known within the community to get a response like he got.
Yeah, not the type of knowledge of that the community wants to have of you, obviously, but the judge, a pump handle slam on the way. This could be it. Oh, he gets him down, almost dumps him on his head. 1, 2, and just like that, it's over, Dan.
Jeff Justice lays down the law.
Judge victorious, and Cole, he's right above us now. Cliff, we didn't see it. We didn't see anybody pull any tights. We didn't see it. Take your farmer's tan and go whine somewhere else.
Judge Jeff Justice makes an impact, and I'm sure we'll see him in the future weeks of Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Mad Max, the chairman of the National Wrestling Alliance Mid-Atlantic area. Mad Max, you've got L.A. Stevens in a hardcore match forthcoming.
If you wonder why I'm behind bars, it ain't because I'm in jail. It's because Mad Max is used to this style of wrestling. Hardcore is what I got. If you don't want, I want to show you something. And this, when you talk about hardcore wrestling, is what I do best. Because me, in my chair, if I put it on somebody's forehead, they're going down for the count. 1, 2, 3, and that's just the way it's going to be. L.A. Stevens, I'll talk about you in a minute. But first of all, Dan Paris, Mad Max is here, Mayodan, North Carolina, McMichael High School, and I have been spending a whole week's time with these kids out here from ages 2 all the way up to 15, and they have been looking forward to seeing the Maxter. I've been going out to schools, spreading the word about staying in school, staying off drugs, and please understand, these kids mean so much to Mad Max. They generate me. They make the electricity flow that makes me get over and makes me generate power to beat the opponent I'm going to go against. And tonight,
L.A. Stevens, that's just what it's going to have to be. Hardcore rules. The Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling Committee has come up with a hardcore title, which is in the making, and Mad Max is planning on winning that title. And if I got to go through L.A. Stevens, last night I had to go through a man. Well, let me see, who was it that went down? It was Thunderfoot number 2, on and on and on. That's just what I'm going to have to do, because it doesn't matter to me if it's L.A., if it's the foundation. All together, hardcore is what I do best, and hardcore is what it's going to be. And McMichael High School tonight's going to find out. Mad Max is a great guy outside the ring, but inside the ring, L.A. Stevens, tables, chairs, it doesn't matter. You're going down, you're going through, and you will be counted out. 1, 2, 3. Danny, thank you for your time. Everybody out there, I'm coming to your town soon. Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling is where it's at, so no matter where we're at or what we're doing, you come and check it out and find out for yourself. Mad Max won't let you down. I love you people. Bye.
Not quite literally, but a handicap situation.
Well, and Dan, if anybody can deal with that, I think it's Pittman, 268 pounds, 13-year all-Marine veteran. Oh, man, but this is a battle of the super heavyweights.
I'll tell you what, Pittman's been around. He is very much in the shoot style, kind of like an Ultimate Fighter in a way. You got to look out for the code red arm breaker. And right now, Chris, it's breaking down on the outside.
Oh, look. Oh, man, did you see the head of Pittman slammed right into those steel barriers? J.W. Boss, longtime veteran here in the independent circuit. This looks like, very quickly, it is out of control.
It's turned into a Donnybrook, no doubt about it.
And Pittman can be so explosive and so fast. And you're right, he is reeling. The Predator here, J.W. Boss, of course, and Louis P. Gossett. Man, look at Boss laying the boots on to Sergeant Craig, the Pitbull Pittman.
Actually, Chris, it's Ronnie P. Gossett Jr., and once he finds out you screwed up his name, he's going to rake you out.
I was thinking of Louis B. Meyer. Ronnie P. Gossett, you're right. Don't tell him, Dan, and I thank you for the correction. And don't put that in Pro Wrestling Illustrated or in Wild Magazine, because I know where you live. Nice effective chokehold there by J.W. Boss, and there goes Gossett. Gossett in the... Now, wait a minute. The Predator is saying, don't go. This is a game, and you know it.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. The Predator is definitely got a few screws loose. He's not playing with a full deck. They're getting ready to go outside again, and this is definitely no man's land.
If they come, fans, anywhere near us, you're going to hear silence, because I'm not going to say a word. Whoa! Because I won't be on headset, and all of a sudden, Sergeant, the Pitbull, Craig Pittman, has recovered, and he's laying in those solid rights on the top of the head of J.W. Boss. Wow.
Pittman's unloaded, and he's going back just as hard as he can. He's got a chair. Referee Tony Hunter is having a rough time of it trying to restrain Pittman.
He's cocked and locked, he's exploded, he's unloaded, and Craig, the Pitbull Pittman, is laying it in on J.W. Boss. A snapmare outside the ring. Well, hey, it worked. They are right next to us.
Very unorthodox for a snapmare on the outside of the ring, but
oh! Right into that unforgiving steel post.
Pittman is very unpredictable, and to be quite honest with you, that's what's made him successful.
Well, so is Gossett, so is the Predator, so is Boss. It's a match filled with unpredictability here on the first hour of NWA Mid Atlantic Wrestling. They're right above us now. Our camera is trying to get as much as close as it is safe. And now here comes Gossett helping out Boss. Come on, referee. Don't you see what's happening here?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. The Pitbull, I'm sure he's going to blow a fuse. And Gossett better make a run for it when that happens.
But until and unless that happens, the Predator and Gossett, it looks like, oh, there you go, a spear, a spear, a spear, and the fans know this could be the end for Boss, and Pittman does not go for the cover. A spear leveled J.W. Boss.
J.W. Boss taking a series of pepper closed fist shots into the head as Pittman is on fire.
Pittman probably should have gone for the pin. Nice high back body drop, and this ring is rocking.
Ronnie P. Gossett Jr. out here pacing around in a nervous fever pitch.
Oh!
Reverse atomic drop.
Oh, nice clothesline there by Pittman. And again, he doesn't go for the cover.
Pittman staying on top of J.W. Boss. Actually, those are forearm shots, but he has his fist clenched when he's taking the double impact.
Oh, I hope our camera... Oh! Nice lift of the knee there and a duck under. You can see the great amateur background. This is going to be it. Oh, no! The Predator has nailed Pittman.
Pittman went for the cold red.
1, 2, and 3. What a travesty. Oh, J.W. Boss. He got help from a baton to the head by the Predator on Pittman.
Pittman goes down in defeat, and what an upset. J.W. Boss, Ronnie P. Gossett Jr.
Gossett, we saw that, and you know it. We saw that. We saw that. We saw that. We saw it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And a very dejected Pittman. He knew he had this match won, Dan. He knew it.
Absolutely. Gossett and company robbed Pittman, and I'm sure that Pittman will be looking for a rematch, and this may be the beginning of something very ugly.
All right, Pittman's got something to say.
I'm a Marine, and every guy I'm born. I was in there, and I fought against the best. And I'll tell you what, you sure are American. And in the future days, I'll wrestle you in a handicap match. And I'll tell you what, I'll be ready this time. Undisciplined, unsecond maggot.
P. Gossett Jr., you're building an army in the Mid-Atlantic region.
That's right, I'm building an army. I've got the Predator, L.A. Stevens. I've got J.W. Boss. Come on in here, boys. We're looking for Triple X. We want to take the titles off of Triple X. They're the NWA World Tag Team Champions. They're the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champions, but we're fixing to take care of that. Tell them about it, L.A.
What's that smell, Ronnie? I smell something. It's kind of stink. It's fear. It's fear. It's fear is what I smell. And you know, we say Triple X, you got 3 X's. Well, I see 3 strikes because, hey, that's a really nice watch you got there.
Don't. Come on over here. Talk to him. Don't talk to him.
That's right, Triple X tonight. We're going to make examples of you, and every other tag team in the NWA is going to have to face bad intentions. We are the tag team that has just been formed by Ronnie P. Gossett Jr., and we're coming to take the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team titles. If we have to beat you twice to get the world titles, we're coming to take the world titles home, too.
Annihilation Incorporated. Keep that in mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring side.
Off and running. This is Dan Paris along with the legendary Chief Wahoo McDaniel. And Wahoo, we're in action here. Gary Royal set to take on Ricky Nelson, the heartthrob. And on March the 17th in Washington, North Carolina, Gary Royal unseated Ricky Nelson for the Mid-Atlantic Junior Heavyweight title. Gary Royal, former NWA Junior Heavyweight champion. And I'm sure that these two guys here, they may not like the fans, they may not wrestle within the rules, but it's going to get nasty here.
Well, I see they're both on about the same side of the tracks here. Should be a good match. I mean, they're going to do anything they can to win, and I guess that's what you're supposed to do, so that's what they're going to do.
No doubt about it. We got a collar and elbow tie-up, and both men are scrambling in the corner. And Ricky Nelson makes a clean break, but hesitantly. I don't think it's going to stay very scientific very long. Nelson with a headlock and Royal with the head scissors. Royal again. Again, Nelson counters with the head scissors. Both of these men know each other very, very well.
Very well. They're both good wrestlers, and this doesn't look like one's got the edge on the other at all.
No doubt about it. Now, Gary Royal, one time the NWA Junior Heavyweight champion, and you yourself at one time here in the Mid-Atlantic region held many titles, including the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title, the United States Heavyweight title, NWA World Tag Team title. The NWA is back and off and running and alive and well.
Yeah, you know, I wrestled Gary Royal when I wrestled, and I've wrestled Ricky Nelson too, so they're both good wrestlers. And like I said, rules don't count tonight.
They're probably going to throw the rule book out the window. You can almost guarantee it. Ricky Nelson was highly upset on the 17th of March when Royal with a forearm shot, and again, when Nelson unseated him for that title. And that has stemmed a lot of bad blood, and I'm sure you're familiar with that kind of situation and turmoil that goes along with title changes and the heated animosity that brings forth in the ring.
Well, you know, sometimes you're right, but when titles mean a lot, people say it doesn't mean anything to me. But when it's up, they want it, you want to be the winner, and you want to be the champion, and that's just human nature.
More titles means more money, more gold, more prestige.
More prestige, that's what they're after.
Syriza knee drops into a hammerlock, and Ricky Nelson goes to the ropes for a break, and Gary Royal breaks clean. What a surprise. I noticed the fans, neither one of them are solidly behind either of these guys, as both of these men's reputation precedes themselves, as they really don't want the fans to, well, I guess to pick a favorite. They're in this for the money and for the gold.
They're usually making it miserable for other wrestlers. Tonight they're making it miserable for each other, so who knows? I know they both have egos like everybody else, and they want to win, so it should be a good match.
Ricky Nelson with a hip lock takeover, and Gary Royal with the head scissors to follow it up. We've actually got two officials here at ringside.
That's a good policy.
And this is due to the fact that these two officials, one inside and one on the outside, that these matches have been so violent and have got out of hand on more than one occasion. Nelson trying to pop up out of that head scissors, and Royal has it on tight. A kick right into the kidney.
Shut your mouth.
Well, that doesn't come out of a wrestling book, yeah. And like you said, it's starting to heat up now, and I think, like you said, somebody wants to win bad, and they're just trying not to show it, I think.
Royal tastes a guardrail at ringside as Nelson slams him head first. Knife edge chop. And Nelson slides under the bottom rope just to break that count. Shows he knows what he's doing, and also shows that he's listening to the referee, Tony Hunter.
Well, they've been around a long time. They know the rules. They know the shortcuts, and they're not going to throw it away by being out too long.
Body slam on the pad. This is a hardwood gymnasium, and this pad is not very thick, about an inch, as Gary Royal is taking the measure to Ricky Nelson. And this is for all the marbles. This is for the Mid-Atlantic Junior Heavyweight title.
Well, you know, they're beat down. They're both going to try hard as they can. And it's starting to get just a little out of hand.
Gary Royal's had the taste of gold in the past, and I'm sure, you know, recently on the 17th of March, regained the title. He likes the taste of gold in his mouth again.
All it takes to go is money in your pocket, prestige. I think that has a lot to do with it.
An Irish whip, and Nelson runs into a elbow smash. Royal for the cover. Only a count of 2 and almost 3. Nelson has those lightning quick reflexes and able to kick out. Nelson ducking a lariat, and Royal with a sleeper hold. Fans here in the Mid-Atlantic region will remember longtime veteran Johnny Weaver, now retired, used to use the sleeper hold to put away a lot of rough, tough competitors.
You're right, a lot of people slipped their way right out of the matches.
Body slam attempt, and Royal lands on top, only a count of 2.
It was close.
A lot of near falls in this match. Royal with a suplex. Count of 2, a lot of falls still being exchanged. Both of these men know each other very, very well, and Ricky Nelson wants this title so bad, he can't hardly stand it.
It'll be very hard for one of them to out-wrestle the other because they know each other's moves pretty well, so it just has to be the man that wants it the worst.
Nelson with an elbow off the top, right into the chest and sternum, makes the cover. Count of 2. Royal knows on that second count that 3 is on his way, and he's got to get his shoulder up off the mat, or he's going to be a former champion.
That's right.
Royal with a headbutt. Wahoo, that looked very low, baby.
It was borderline, I'll say that.
Well, you know, we've had past champions in the National Wrestling Alliance like Harley Race, and of course the legendary Buddy Rogers, the late Buddy Rogers, Ric Flair, and a host of others. And when the going gets tough, sometimes you have to pull out desperation.
Sometimes that's the only thing that ever saves them.
We've got a 3 count from both officials. And wait a minute, we've got Tony Hunter. A double pinfall here.
One raising one hand, and one of the others raising the other hand.
We can't have 2 winners in a match. Now what's going on here? Gary Royal taking the attack to Ricky Nelson. Royal sends Nelson for the ride. Royal collides with both officials with a domino type effect. What controversy. My goodness, a tremendous amount of controversy.
Well, they're both down.
Evidently, that ruling's not going to stand, or at least I wonder. Small package. The official's not revived to make the count, and Royal tried to put Nelson away, but Nelson too strong for that. L.A. Stevens is getting up on the apron. Royal crashes into the turnbuckle, shoulder first. L.A. Stevens nails Gary Royal. And Nelson sends Stevens crashing out of the ring. We have a brand new NWA Mid Atlantic Junior Heavyweight Champion.
I don't know about that.
Well, actually, one official doesn't dispute the decision, and Tony Hunter has given the title to Ricky Nelson. Nelson wins the title without any help, but Gary Royal's help backfires. Ricky Nelson, your winner and the new Mid-Atlantic Junior Heavyweight Champion. And again, this is a situation that's not going to be left unresolved.
You've got a protege, young Jeff Justice, at your side.
Yes, sir. I trained this young man right here. I tell you what, he's going to be one of the best wrestlers in this business. He comes from Western Carolina University, but he's an outstanding linebacker.
Jeff, what's your plans in the Mid-Atlantic region?
Just to follow with Colt Steele, whatever he tells me, and just go from there and see what Mid-Atlantic can do for me.
Now, next week, Colt, you've got Bunkhouse Buck, one of the roughest, toughest men, one of the most well-traveled, hated men in the in the whole country. You've got him challenging for your Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title.
Bunkhouse Buck's always challenging Colt Steele. Every time he comes to the Mid-Atlantic area, all he wants to do is challenge Colt Steele. So I tell you what, Bunkhouse, I know you're big and you're bad, and I've run into you before, but I tell you what, just like every other time, we're going to have a knockdown, drag-out bunkhouse-style match. And I don't know who will come out on top. Sometimes I win, sometimes you do. But I'm looking forward to seeing you, big boy.
To the ring, set to move out against L.A. Stevens. And Chris, earlier while you took a brief break, L.A. Stevens interfered and costed Gary Royal the Mid-Atlantic Cruiserweight title.
Well, you know it's going to get rough. He brought a chair with him to the ring, and I don't think he brought it to sit in.
No doubt about it. I mean, this is going to get very violent. L.A. Stevens is saying this hardcore match is not going to happen, but actually the contract was signed. This is under hardcore rules, which basically, Wahoo, really means no disqualification.
Yes, I'd have to think it's some of the cage match or something. No rules. Everything goes. Chair, club, fist, foot. Should be interesting.
Wait a minute. Mad Max has got garbage galore under the ring. He's got a table. Wow, Wahoo, I see, well, a steel chair, a couple of ice trays, metal pan, cookie sheets.
But you signed the match, you're going to have to do it.
Shut your big fat mouth!
Mad Max has got something to say.
Second of all, this ain't a manager. This guy is 4D. 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 4D.
L.A. Stevens, Pearl Harbor, now a cookie sheet to the head of Mad Max. Down goes Mad Max. This is going to get out of hand. Bandage flies off the arm of Mad Max, and he's been in some very wicked battles of late. Leapfrog by Mad Max and a standing drop kick. Just breaking down. A cookie sheet catapults off his head and ejects in the crowd. That double knife edge chop right there sort of reminds me of you.
He's ducking out there. He's trying to get out of his own element out here.
L.A. Stevens with a steel chair, this very same steel chair that Mad Max brought out here. So the chairman is getting fired up.
Getting plenty of use, looks like.
A back body drop onto this hardwood floor, even though we have padding here. Mad Max looks stunned, and they're brawling and breaking down around our way here. Mad Max scrambles back into the ring. Cookie sheet to the head from L.A. Stevens. Only a count of 2. I'm going to tell you, Wahoo McDaniel, this is one of the most vicious and violent matches. I don't see how you can hardly withstand and deliver such a battle.
That's wild. They're laying them in there.
Whoa, Ronnie P. Gossett Jr. making a run for it. And Mad Max is in the hot pursuit. And he needs to stay focused on his man in the ring. Ronnie P. Gossett begging for mercy. Takes a shot to the head. And collapsed here in the aisle. A cookie sheet to the head from L.A. Stevens. Stevens trying to grate Mad Max's head with that cookie sheet.
Trying to tear the cookie sheet where he cut him with it.
We definitely don't need any unnecessary lacerations in this contest. But at the rate they're going, there may be some blood shed just due to all these weapons going up against all these heads. Wow, a metallic pan. Body slam. It's one of the few actual holds we've seen.
Good move there off the rope, got some momentum up.
Springboard elbow smash, and Mad Max lands on his feet, tosses L.A. Stevens out of the ring, and almost crashes into Wow Magazine photographer Steve Byer. Rocket launcher into the guardrail, Mad Max.
Somebody's covering somebody over there.
We've got a fall. And Mad Max able to kick out. L.A. Stevens nails Mad Max. Mad Max being rolled and thrown into the ring here, taking the worst of it. I'll tell you what, Wahoo, I don't think that this L.A. Stevens is playing with a full deck.
Well, they both take a pretty good beat here.
Mad Max able to kick out, and what a violent war. Boot into the midsection, and Mad Max with a knife edge chop and a closed fist combination. Snap mare. Nobody home on the smash.
Well, we moved. It took him too long to get up there.
Well, that's going to turn the tide of the battle, and you know it. Sunset flip attempt. L.A. Stevens with a cookie sheet. You can look at this man, L.A. Stevens, and Gossett Jr. out at ringside. neither one of these guys are what you'd call regular, normal people. They're psychopaths. Picasso again takes a run for it. Mad Max with a chair shot.
He laid that one in there.
He definitely hit a home run, no doubt.
Throws that chair right in his face.
Leg drop across that chair. He's calling for the table. Calling for the table, and the fans roar their approval. Max is setting that table up, and L.A. Stevens is writhing in pain on the mat. Not too eager to get back up to his feet. Wow,
they're having a hard time now.
Yeah, actually, he just kicked a leg out from under that table, and it burst. He's going to set it up for something dangerous here, and I really don't know what, but I don't like the looks of it.
Something.
Launched off of that chair and the shoulder into the table. Mad Max takes a loss. This young man is Rampage. Rampage attacking Mad Max. Maybe Rampage wants to prove himself here.
Well, you don't prove yourself. It's kind of hard to prove yourself when you got somebody that's beaten down.
Mad Max being backed into the corner. A knee into the midsection, not but once, twice, 3 times. Snap bear. Chin lock. We have an impromptu match here.
I think the referee should break it up.
No doubt about it. This is not a regular match.
So the dinner table's broken.
Yes, the table shatters. And Mad Max is getting ready to hit a home run. Well, I hope that table didn't hurt you or anything. Drop kicks that chair right into his face. What a mess. Rampage has made a huge mistake. Mad Max says Rampage must pay the price. Setting that chair into his face. Oh my, he's going for a baseball slide drop kick. It connects. It's a good way to lose some teeth.
It's a pretty good hard lick when he hit that table.
He nailed him. Mad Max loses the battle, but wins the war, and Rampage takes a ferocious beating. L.A. Stevens captures the win. Rampage has an attack. It backfires. I'm sure we'll be seeing more out of Mad Max in the future here in NWA Mid Atlantic. No.
Still reeling from the effects of that match. I got to tell you, that was the most explosive table shot I have ever seen. We are just, is this guy alive?
NWA Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling. This is where the action's at. Each and every week, right here. This is where you want to be, week after week.
Got him excited about it. Even Dan is, I mean, this is normally a calm guy. Also, Ricky Nelson is once again a champion.
Man, this is where it's at. The NWA is alive and well. Be sure to tune in right here each and every week on TV. And when we come to your hometown, you don't want to miss it.
Oh, man, you got to be here. That's Mad Max. He is still suffering the effects of that. And we'll see you fans next week. I'm Chris Cruz for Dan Parrish. We'll see you on NWA Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling.
So long for now.